body bags were horror lies.
Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer, and this evening I will be re-recording my review. Apologies for this going up a little bit late. I don't know what happened. The video disappeared off the Body Bags feed, and cleaning my phone I deleted a load of my Body Bag reviews. So here I am re-recording Murder, Death, Koreatown. So this is a little known film from 2020, the year of the coronavirus. Yeah, so we know how much that is screwing up the world at the moment, and part of the world is the film industry. So our big blockbusters are being hit hard at the moment. So maybe this is the year of the indie movie. I know many years we always have good indie films, but sometimes they can get a little bit kind of missed and forgotten maybe, and not get as much limelight as they deserve. Maybe things could be a little bit different this year. So I'm currently delving into 2020 films now, because I was very low on my watches, and with how things are this year, I think I can make a good fist of really watching many films to kind of, I'm quite looking forward to doing like a top 10, top 15 of this year, because it's going to be quite unique, I think. So there's many streaming devices. You can buy some of the ones you can buy now, but streaming seems to be the way to go. Whether it's the normal routes. Being in Finland, I can stream with a VPN, so I get all the decent streaming quality sites as well. Because yeah, there's no Shudder, for example, in Europe at all, so you have to have a VPN and buy the account from through that way. But anyway, Murder, Death, Koreatown. So this is one guy with his camcorder. So he's in, I don't know which city he's in. Shit. Is it Boston or something like that? I'm not sure, but it's the Koreatown part of the city anyway, where he is. And there's this murder. Well, there's all these police the one night, and he's like, well, what the hell's going on? So he takes his camcorder out, because he has a lot of free time. He's living with his girlfriend, but he's currently unemployed, so he has a lot of free time on his hands. So he starts to investigate what's kind of going on. And there was this death, this murder. So he starts to kind of ask around the neighbours, sorts of things, like what's going on, meeting some of the neighbours, like gathering all this information. He starts to kind of, I think there's something slightly unusual, because from where there's blood splatters, it's like, well, why did the person run away and run back? And then he's digging more, and he's like, well, the woman who supposedly committed the murder, she's quite calm and quite nice, so it's like, why did this happen, sort of thing. Then he starts talking to homeless people and things like that, people who see different society differently, maybe, and like see different things. They're out and about at different times. This is one guy, so he's in his purple lights, this sort of thing. And then it's kind of delves into this conspiracy theory, like there's these high priests sort of thing, and he starts to recognize people like out and about, like these people that hold in these Christian signs, and you know, you have them in all cities and all over the world, people like preaching and things like that. And he starts to pay attention to some of these people, and then he's got this writing that he sees appear, and he kind of feels that it's kind of for him, maybe. So his girlfriend works with someone that she's either Korean or she can speak Korean, North South Korea, I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, she kind of deciphers it, and it's kind of like she's told to, like, maybe he should leave it alone, sort of thing. But he's like, no, you don't want to help, you don't believe me, whatever, I'll go to the next person. He tries this psychic, she's telling him to leave it alone, and he's like, yeah, whatever, these people trying to leave me alone, should I leave it, should I not? And then more and more things start to happen. Sorry if you can hear this noise. I came to the car to do this after picking my son up from daycare, and I'm under the garage, but it's hammering it down with rain. So apologise for the noise. But anyway, so yeah, he's kind of delving deeper and deeper into this kind of hole, and then it's like how things are. Like it's kind of he's starting to fall apart. Like his world is falling apart, and it's you start to question him. Like everyone in the film is questioning him, and then you start to question him with the things that are going on, but then there's some twists and turns, and I'm not going to give this one away actually at all. It's like, is it real? Is what he believes happening is real, or is it in his head? I highly recommend that you watch the film to kind of go with this. Many of you might not know this reference, but there's this child influencer in America called Ryan, who does Ryan Toys reviews and loads of stuff. He's kind of like this brand. They've branded a child. Yeah, sure. That's a good thing to do. Why don't social services look into that child exploitation? But anyway, he's kind of branded, and the guy in the film has the same voice. I could have sworn it was like Ryan's dad making this like commentary. I mean, you don't know about the guy. You don't know why his background is. You see a driver's license at the end of the film, sort of thing. But I mean, you don't know whether the guy's background is, well, the driver's license is there. But I mean, it's like not trying to make reference of like Ryan's dad just being like Asian. He's Japanese, so he's not Korean, but just his American accent and his voice, how he talks, he has that same, it just sounds like it. It just reminded me all the way through it. But it's very hard to do, but he's a very endearing character, this guy with the camcorder. Like, you don't see him, and all you see is his interactions with people and like searching for clues and how he's breaking these things down. And he's a really, like I said, endearing guy. You really like this character, and you're rooting for him to find out this information. And it's a really fun film. Not much happens, admittedly. You're falling down this rabbit hole with him, basically, and you're trying to figure out what all these things are. The people he meets, are they telling the truth? Are they not telling the truth? As it gets darker, the film, you're like, well, is this person involved? Is this person not involved? Is it in his head? And this is a really, really enjoyable film. I mean, let's see if it makes my, say, top 10, for example. I'm actually starting to watch quite a few good films, and this year is actually, maybe because I had such low expectations, it's turning out to be quite good so far. And I still haven't seen some of the big hitters, like The Invisible Man, for example. Still haven't got to that one. But at the moment, this is like bouncing in my top 10 at the moment. This was a great little indie film. Now, I don't know who directed it. I mean, you look at the IMDb, excuse me, and it doesn't have any information about like the actors or like the director or anything. It's like this film is, it's kind of like, this film is like, it's been dropped in. Kind of like, if you look back at like how the Blair Witch was marketed, like everything is real and stuff like that. I doubt it's been done like that, but is it? Is it like just appears and it's like, is this a real film? Is this not a real film? It's like quite cleverly done if it's like that, but I just think that it's such a small micro budget film, zero budget film, that I think it just hasn't got any info. Maybe it's done some of the circuits and stuff like that, some of the film festivals. I know film festivals have been going on, whether in person or there's some that have been streaming them, doing stream festivals now. But if you can find Murder Death Koreatown, I highly recommend checking it out, because this was a really fun film. I really enjoyed that. But anyway, that's the end of my second time reviewing this film. Let's hope that this one goes up okay. I will not be deleting it this time. And I'll catch you guys next week. We're just about to start our Vinegar Syndrome week, so I hope you enjoy. As always. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.